Welcome to Channel Waymac, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once we have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now today's video, I would like to discuss in regards to the character test. It's a rare discussed topic, but it's everywhere. Every single visa application has a character test. Now, what is character test? It's not testing whether you are funny, you're humane, you can do all kind of different tricks and all that. No, it's not. It's not about those hobby type or interest type of character. It's more about how fit and proper a person is that the society or community of Australia should really embrace and accept. That means generally a lot of people may refer this to whether or not you have any character issue. That means whether you have committed any crime or offense. Offense can be a lot of type of offense, and then that will trigger the government of Australia not giving you or approving your visa applications. So it's actually very important, but it's a rare. Not many people actually talk about this. There are information that you can actually search online, but no one actually done a proper video on this one. But I'm committed to provide all transparency on the visa world or immigration world of Australia. So let's have a look. If you go into every single visa category, whatever the subclass that you're looking for, you may be seeing this. It says public interest criteria, PIC, and under the number or the item number 4001. That's right up there. And let's have a read about it, and we'll go through into detail about this one. So it says either the person satisfied the minister that the person passed the character test. So question is, what is the minister's definition of character test? All right, and the minister satisfied after appropriate inquiries, so they can questions or they can send a request. So a lot of people have received a section 56 request. That's where it is. It says appropriate inquiries that there's nothing indicated that person had failed or to satisfy the minister's person passed the character test. Or number C, ministers decide not to refuse a grant visa person despite reasonably suspect that the person does not pass the character test. Well, what does that mean? That means minister had decided not to refuse because even though they have some issue, but the issue is not severe enough for the government. Well, they can still accept it because it's not perfect world, right? It doesn't mean that you have a traffic fine that you will never get a migrate or Australian visa. So there are still a range, and we'll have a look at the detail there. The minister has decided not to refuse and grant the person despite being satisfied the person passed the character test. Okay, now there's actually a better read version on the immigration's website where you may want to Google this. What is it? Okay, hold on a second. You basically Google character requirement. Okay, so let me just magnify that. Okay, oops, here we go. That's better read for us. So you Google Home Affairs space character requirements for visas, then you get yourself into this page, and it's another translation from the legal wordings into a better read. However, it's not that clear. Anyway, I'll do some explanation here. So median requirement. You may not meet the requirement. Here we go. If you have a substantial criminal records, have convicted and had a charge proven that have been found guilty of sexual-based crime involving child. Now this is very big. Australian is taken very seriously if you have committed any crime against an underage. Okay, so any crime like that usually won't get you anywhere. Okay, so that's a very important one. And then you have been convicted escaping immigration detention. Well, that's going to be hard. If you have escaped the detention, why would you apply for, or potentially, yes, you probably escaped out of detention and you're still in Australia and you're looking to apply for another visa. So usually that won't get you anywhere. So while in detention, during escaping immigration detention, after escape, you have but before you were taken to immigration detention again. That means you escape and you find a lawyer and file another application. Usually they won't get you anywhere. Okay, and the third dot, you are or have been a member of a group or organization had association with a person, group, or organization that minister reasonably suspect being involved in criminal conduct. Now, what does that mean? There's a lot of words there. Usually means if you have any association, okay, that means you facilitate, you help an organization such as terrorist group, okay, or some sort of a gangsters group, okay, then your visa is not likely to go through as well. Okay, and next one, the minister reasonably suspect that you have been involved in people smuggling, people trafficking, genocide, war crime, a crime against humanity, crime involving torture, slavery, crime that is serious international concern, whether you have been convicted of such offense. So here we go, that's a big one. So for example, people had well, I haven't really met anyone had actually committed such crime, but it's serious one. Okay, it's like, you know, you smuggle people trafficking, war crime. Now usually, well, the general society won't have this kind of issue, but again, you might not be a direct involved in there. But if we look at what the law says, if you have been associate. Okay, associate could, you know, the definition of association can expand a lot. So make sure that you are not in any way associated or involved in such events. Okay, next one, your past and present criminal or general conduct shows that you're not a good character. Now, what does that mean? Now, that basically means that you know, it's not perfect. Well, someone you may have committed, no, not committed, had offense previously, but you haven't taken any remorse. You continuously and repeatedly committed the offense. Now, the offense might not be serious. For example, drink driving, driving under the influence of alcohol. You have been caught once 10 years ago, and every year you have committed the same thing. Okay, then that is serious, because that shows your character. You're not a person that will look to improve yourself to ensure a better society or community. So that's basically what I mean. So if you have serious issues that had not been showing any improvement, that will be a major concern. Okay, next one. There is a risk while you're in Australia that you would, okay, first engage in criminal conduct, harass, intimidate, stalk another person, vilify a segment of Australian community, incite discord in Australian community or in part, be dangerous to Australian community or be a part of it. Okay, now what does that mean? Now, basically, they have a reasonable suspect that there is enough information to show that you may potentially get involved in some sort of activity that's either criminal conduct or it's inside discord of the Australian community. What does that mean? That means you're there, you're probably not directly involved into those offensive or events that's, you know, in criminal offense, but you're there to influence a group of people who may, or these people are in Australian community, so they are Australians. Your influence may trigger them to actually conduct some sort of offense or criminal conduct, okay, then that will be serious as well. So we can think about, there has been in the news, there has been some pop stars. They have different kind of vision or thoughts, and they have been stopped by the Australian government to actually coming into Australia. Previously, I think they're from United States, because they had some sort of they are promoting some sort of thoughts or belief that will trigger inside the discord of the certain particular community or group of young Australians, and trigger potential offense. Okay, so that's what it's trying to talk about. Okay, now next one, you're subject to adverse security assessment. So Australian Security Intelligence Organization. Now what is that? That's basically like the 007 organization of Australia. So it's basically the intelligence agencies of Australia is telling you that now this person is dangerous. He probably is espionage conduct, he's a spy, whatever it is. Okay, the next one, you're subject to Interpol notice. Now Interpol is a police organization that runs internationally, so that person has been identified by Interpol that he has some risks. He is someone that they are looking to capture. Okay, so then the Australian government will not obviously giving him the visa. And last but not least, you have been convicted in domestic violence offense, have been subject to domestic violence order. Now that's clearly is not really good there. Now I wanted to draw your attention to the actual law there. It's a little bit more difficult to read, but a lot of people may say, so offense or criminal conduct, how serious a criminal conduct it will actually trigger a refusal or cancellation of visa application. So we're at the section 501 title reads refusal or cancellation visa character ground. So if we go down, all of these we have actually basically gone through. But if we go into the detail, the character test, there is a phrase named substantial criminal records. Now, what does that define? So if we go further downwards, we will see the substantial criminal records. It will say you have been sentenced to a death sentence. That's really serious. Okay. Now the next one is the sentence of imprisonment for life. And again, that's serious. A sentence for imprisonment more than 12 months. Okay, now that's serious as well. Or sentence to 2 or more terms of imprisonment that are total in terms of 12 months or more. So basically, in a nutshell, is that as long as a person has been sentenced for more than 12 months or accrued altogether for more than 12 months, then you're gone. You won't be able to get the visa. Okay, and the next one that we're gonna see is the person has been acquitted. That means they have reversed the whatever the sentence or the legal cases of offense on the ground of unsound mind or insanity, and as a result, a person has been detained facility institution. Now, what does that mean? Okay, now a person usually when a lawyer taking on the criminal case, now he may be a murderer. Okay, he had killed somebody or may kill numbers of people. For example, there has been a lot of crazy incidents in US. They had pick up the gun and go into a shopping center or school, shooting people to death. All right, now he may be sentenced for death, but then the legal the lawyers, the attorney may come and say and argue that, well, he is some sort of psychological, mentally ill, and that's why he had that illusion and going around and kill some people. Then he will actually get acquittal of that death sentence or sentence to life, but then he will then be captured and then put it into some sort of what they call mind or insanity or facility of institution. That means going into some sort of specialist institution to to take care of this person. Okay, and that's what it meant. Okay, now The person, and the next one, the person has been found court not to be fit and plea in relation to offense. The court has nonetheless found evidence of found that a person committed offense, blah blah blah. So basically, in a nutshell, that is what in the general information in regards to the character test. So it's a very important piece of law, and it's everywhere. It's under every single visa applications. It's just not really people talking about, because usually I believe most of the viewer and visa applicants are all good people, you know, fit and proper, but you know, if you have some sort of because it's not perfect world anyhow, anything that relates to what we have discussed previously in this video, then you really need to rethink about. And obviously the law is there to actually improve a better society for the future anyway. Anyhow, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.